Hey everybody. I'm here and I want to show off something else that I'm working on for C-3PO. These are the belly wires, right? Um, so this is some kind of stretchy black fabric. I guess the real ones are supposed to use like this black rubber mat, but I've been having trouble tracking that down, and so this is going to work, I think, just fine for now. It's a version of it. That's Birdie. Say hey, Birdie. Yeah. So, yeah. So here's the trick on this. Let me flip the camera around and then I'll talk through it a little bit more. So here you can see the flexible, well, stretchy. It's kind of stretchy in one direction, but not the other. So I did the non-stretchy direction up and down, and then stretchy left and right. That way, as it wraps around me, it'll stay stretched, but top to bottom it won't. Works out okay. And then on the ends, what I did is I've got some plastic, same plastic I used on to do some of the construction for the back, in there to make it a little stiffer on each side, and then I sewed some Velcro on either side. So one side's the pointy side, and one side's the soft side. And then what I've done is I've drawn on it using puff paint. So this is 3D. This is the Scribbles brand. This is just what was on the shelf at Hobby Lobby or Michael's or Joann's or any of those craft stores. You can probably find it. Hobby Lobby has it on retail for $1.29 a bottle, and coupons can get that down. I just used these four colors, which you can probably tell: blue, yellow, white, and red, and basically drew some lines on there. It takes about 6 hours to dry. But that's what it says, but it generally takes a couple of days for it to really dry out all the way. It's not perfect, and you see there's little smudges in a couple places. The yellow, like most of the colors, actually created a nice little kind of three-dimensional. I think it's hard to see, but there's actually a little bit of height to these. The white one absorbed more, and I don't know if I just didn't shake it up enough, or if it's older or what, but... So, your mileage may vary, but the idea is that you just kind of paint some wires on there. But that's not, that's not really everything. That's really just more for kind of a base layer. Then what I'm doing here, again, this is what you see on TK409 and a couple other sites. This is actually just plastic lace. Like plastic craft lace usually comes in a bundle, something like this. You can find, again, packs of these at Hobby Lobby. You can find them probably in the colors you want for the most part, for like $5 or $6. They have big rolls of some colors, and so I got a big roll of red, so I could do plenty of that. And then these are zip ties. Put around them every few inches or so. If you look at pictures, search for C-3PO belly wires, and it's kind of hard to tell because you don't see a lot of really good close-ups of it, but this is basically what it looks like. What I did here is I used zip ties, put them around there, and then I got my little Dremel out, and if it'll focus, basically Dremel these down so these are real nice and smooth now. If you just cut them off, they'll be kind of sharp. So this is good. And then what I'll do is I'm just going to put a bunch of these, and some I made with multicolor, some I made all red, some I made all white. And so the idea is I will just sew these on. Just hand stitch a couple of, kind of at either end and maybe in the middle, just kind of hold them, keep them from moving around, but gotta give them some flex so they're not tied down as much. And I'll look at pictures and we'll kind of see how it goes. But made them a little bit longer so they should be able to flex around a little bit. And then if you do that, I saw this one that was like just a couple of white and red wires going along there. And then, so if you look at these, maybe another red one. do something like that, all of a sudden it looks like a whole lot of belly wires. And those drawn on ones are at least kind of hidden, kind of take your eye, help fill in the gaps so it's not quite so plain. So you don't have to do quite so many wires. You can just kind of draw it on with puff paint. See, it looks pretty good. Again, this is just real rough. I'm just laying these out. I'll actually get to stitching these on there, and then you guys will see what it looks like in the final one. Maybe I'll even do one of these as like where it'll just kind of start and end at the top and just kind of hang down like it's hanging down into that open area, or maybe it'll come up from the bottom or something. I don't know. I'm going to play around with it and have to see. This is, wrapped all the way around, so you kind of got to think about like where the side's going to be and where's the back going to be. These three are the middle of the back, basically, and then there's kind of the middle of the front. I did put it so that this seam part is on the side underneath an arm, so it'll be a little. So hopefully that'll be a little more hidden. It'll kind of hide that seam a little bit. Speaking of arms, let's see over here. I'll also show these real quick. I know I'm not pointing the camera when I'm looking. So if you look, what I got here are some little sleeves. So this is a sleeve I made, like an arm sleeve, and I used the exact same techniques of just drawing on with puff paint. You can see there, it's just basically a little tube and hems on the ends, either end, so it'll work. And basically that'll go around my arms, right around the elbows. That way, where the top and the bottom of the arm come together, in that little gap, such that you'll be able to just kind of, if you look in there, my skin will be covered up wearing black, which it was going to be wearing a suit anyway, but this is removable. Some people put puff paint right on the undershirt that you wear, like a Under Armour or East Bay is the brand I usually use, but with this sleeve, I'll be able to take this sleeve off, and then I can wash the under compression shirt without having to worry about this stuff coming off. So this will probably get nice and nasty, and I can hand wash this as needed, but I don't have to. But I can wash the whole shirt by just kind of throwing it in the hamper. So yeah, so I made up those, and then I made up these short ones for these actually go around my knees. And so you can't see the front of the knee, so I only put these on the back. So I drew some wires on the back, so that way, on the back of the knee, let's see, basically you've got a leg here, and then what you'll see underneath will be some of these wires kind of sticking out of there. So they won't just be a black suit in there. Oh yeah, P.S. I've finished chroming the whole thing, so you can see it all there. It looks pretty nice. I'm getting it all ready to paint. I've got little hangers on all the different pieces, so I'll be able to hang them up and paint them from the sides. Looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. This is a upside down midsection, legs and everything. So it's coming along, but I wanted to show you this is again just kind of stretchy black fabric available. The stuff that's kind of stretches in one direction and not real stretchy in the other direction, and then it'll hold up, and then just stitched over however you want. Just kind of keep it from fraying, and some cheap couple bucks of puff paint, and it'll look pretty good. Getting close. See you guys soon.